Chelsea Reinhardt led the way up and into the Spiderous Shrike. Officially, Takanos helps Meridians keep law and order in the belt. They police commoners, especially logistical nightmares like the Talana Starship graveyard. Unofficially? Unofficially, they do whatever the feet they want, including helping us. Curtains of moss blanketed the rusted black metal corridors. Birds chirped in the upward distance. Sapphire sconces washed over green team as they pressed on through the twisting bowels of the beach and wash. Its bow propped at a slight upward angle atop a pile of other shipwrecks. A mix of Takano's gangsters and common civilians thronged the halls, all species, going back and forth between ship cabins converted to apartments or supply depots or workshops. The sounds of banging metal and power tools echoed through the air. Ahari led the way up a staircase to higher parts of the shrine. Jed was still asking questions because of course he was. Black market. That's how the belt gets its information, right? Those Meridians won't let them have it straight up. Correct. The Meridians are an extreme practical society. Luxuries breed laziness and distract from higher goals. It's against their beliefs to indulge in base things and pleasures. Or permit their subjects to do so. And yet, black market exists. Yes. Time and fatigue have forced the Meridians to accept a simple truth. Their subjects will never share their rigidity. There will always be those who have indulgences, virtuous or scandalous. The Meridians could exhaust themselves ensuring nothing exists. Or they could put those vices to use. Jed thought that over for a second. The Meridian stripper hurried past them up the stairs. They ban it on the outside. They're permitted on the down low. Bingo! Chelsea fired a finger pistol at him. Let the belt have their fun. Back down now. Just an excuse to write homes and jailers. Let's us blow off steam. Keeps the peace. Jed nodded. Opened his mouth. But it stopped when Ahari raised a finger. He's getting chatty again. Last Lord up in the day. The Zetar powdered. But after a moment's thought, okay, Meridian ranks. I heard a few get thrown around downstairs. Talchat's a minor officer, step or two up from a common soldier. Udique's a higher rank, in middle management. Dante? They run planets. Think General meets Governor. Go Dante? The big cheese. Runs the whole belt. On the Meridian seat on Chrysats. Current one's a guy named Keok. What about this Serap? Green Dean fell quiet at the name. Chelsea took it on. At last, a backwards, bowed with grief. He's what I'm fictitious. Been in the pit longer than most anyone. Running resistances for decades. We've all lost someone to Serap's blade, guilty or innocent. You want a face for dome-head tyranny? He's your butcher. The conversation died. Green team reached the top of the stairs, stepping out onto the deck. And the whole world changed. The Spiderous Shrike would never fly again, and for a very simple reason. The upper half of its interior was completely gone, erased by millennia of scavengers into a titanic metal cavern from bow to stern. The back of the ship was buried in the sand and grassy mud of Talana, rife with poison jungle trees winding in and out of the shipwreck. Birds nested in the treetops and took occasional flight through the cavern of the battleship, soaring overhead above the central marketplace. A marketplace it was, built of prefabs and ramshackle buildings up and down 3 layers of streets surrounding a central main thoroughfare. Shops of every shape and size flooded the stratum. A buzz with laughter and conversation and the smells of street food and engine grease. Moss hung from building sides, built not of black cracks and metal, but any old rusty fish the locals could find. Sapphire sconces and pale gold streetlights illuminated the shadowy works, parading forth toward the blown open bow of the Shrike and its captivating view of the planetary starship graveyard. The golden rays of the late evening washed over the graveyard, poked their way inside the Shrike and down its streets. Electronic dance tunes thumped out from a prominent central adult club with a sign that read Starfall. Jed stared, eyes wide and jaw the grinding metal floor. Wow, was all he could manage. The green team came to the stop, and everyone took a moment to just goodbye. Dalek bumped Jed's arm, pointed upward. Look, that's why she's named that. The Spiderous Shrike. Zetar turned his gaze higher. There, in the lofty cavern ceiling, it was neon floors, thousands of them. They hung in twisting, winding, spaghetti ball streaks of blazing violet and pale purple and rich indigo, the infinite strands of a vivacious spiderweb tapestry. Power cables dangled from the webs in a hopelessly tangled mess toward generators and power blocks lining the cavern's edges. This time, Jed lost the words altogether. Chelsea's smile squeezed his arm. Come on, Greenhorn. Then she nodded to Ahari, who took the lead. Del strode forward and popped back some bubble gum, directed Green Team toward one of the side streets. Up they climbed until at last they arrived at their destination. A humble little everything store called Temple's Fugitives. Oh, it wasn't much to look at. Square building corrugated metal with the requisite moss and bird nests. A covered porch out front. One side of the store had a slapdash extension with a second floor. Residence, perhaps. One lonely light pulled out from the interior and splashed across the porch and its rocking chair. Its swing bench, upon which sat two women with shotguns on their laps. They were yellow, one more solidly, the other paler semi-beige. Young adults, by the look of it. Athletic builds. The paler had long blonde hair, the other jet black. Solid black eyes with glowing teal irises. Long, pointed ears. They were dressed in simple sleeveless tunics and pants rolled up to the knees. Boots kicked away to the other end of the porch. Chelsea smiled at the sight of them. Harry stiffened. Blondie stood and leveled a finger at her, shotgun swinging loosely at her side. Harry, Rebecca, Dale. About time your Z came back around. What can I say? I've been busy. Too busy for us. Always. Ravenhair stood, thrust her shotgun aside. Time to pay up. Come on, you know the drill. Jed shifted, looked around at Green Team. No one seemed terribly worried, so he moved his shoulders to relax. Ari sighed. It never ends around here. Never. Dell rolled her eyes and stepped forward. Opened her arms. The two girls ran to her and hugged her just as tight as they could.
Welcome home.
Chelsea motioned at them. Jed, meet Jer and Zara Var. Yes, they and sisters, daughters of this lovely establishment's proprietor. Jera, Blondie, waved from Hari's shoulder, still hugging the medic. Hi, be with you in a minute. Jed chuckled. They really like her. Gail Kim, you got no idea. Chelsea's smile returned. This is where we live, Jed. Hari and me, when we first quit the Alliance. Their family put us up for 7 years, right here at the Fugitives. Good on 'em. He smiled too. In the part where they like, These two dupes have the biggest crush on a Hari. They got it bad for our brood doctor. I don't swing that way, so they gang up on her. Yeah? What stopped him? Mike got her first. Jed frowned, inspected the hugging trio closely. They spoke in softer, hushed tones, comforting words. Zara dried Hari's arm before. Last, the Eustaeans released their prisoner and pounced next on Chelsea.
Why did you
Wow. A few moments later, they faced the rest of Green Team. Come in. Who's your new friend? Green Team followed the sisters in.